I've debated this with Nightfall. It's useless.
Hey, that's what my mom used to say. Hey guys, Nightfall here, and there's been a little tension brewing, it seems, between communities of mine and the well-known Juzu, and that's the only time I'm going to name call or name drop anybody in this video. I do want to preface this entire video by saying I have no ill will towards him or his community. I think he's an amazing streamer and a great player in this game. However, comments like what I'm about to show you are baseless and very closed-minded, and I'm not even going to get into the whole Zephyr doesn't play for the team debate because, again, very closed-minded, small-brain comments. She's not the best of players for the team, but she's not useless. So in that opening, you heard him say that debating with me is useless, and while to some, including my friends, that may be true, but I actually love debating with people, especially when I'm passionate about a topic or a stance that I have on something, like alt accounts or Smurf accounts, which me and him disagree on, and that's totally fine. We can have disagreements on things. Nobody has to be in agreement 100% all the time on everything. But when you say things like this,
It's so useless to debate about like skill expression and like ranked about ranked overall with Nightfall, because that guy is just not good. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's talking from a perspective of like a casual newbie who is just not good at like playing. He's good at showcasing. He's good at like explaining the basics, right? For the YouTube or some shit. But like,
it's just not true. I think to the majority of this community, meaning the Fragpunk community as a whole, most would not consider stats like these a quote-unquote casual newbie player. Now, a few things to take away from this. These overall stats include standard. I do play standard a fuck ton just to record clips and content, so this could be skewed in either direction because sometimes I don't take standard seriously, I just fuck around, but sometimes I go 11-0, so it should balance out. But let's look at my stats for ranked for this season, and I still wouldn't look at this and say, oh yeah, that guy is a casual newbie player. But at the same time, I'm also not super competitive, nor do I take ranked in this game super seriously most times. Sure, there are times when I get a little tilted, and that's because brain dead teammates do brain dead things. But that's because I do have a competitive nature at heart. I tend to want to compete in games, and would love to be competitive in this game as well on those higher ranks. The problem is I don't have a squad. I solo queue well over 90% of my ranked matches because my usual squad that I hit Masters in Apex with and Diamond in ranked 1.0 of Siege and almost Champion in ranked 2.0 of Siege multiple times don't play this game. Now, why did I throw those other game stats and ranks in there? Not really trying to flex, but to show that I'm not just some casual newbie player that just plays games for fun. When I enjoy a game, I grind it to no end, and when I have a consistent squad, or even in this game if I had a 3-stack, hell, even if I had a consistent duo partner, I could just as easily compete in these higher ranks while being able to provide high-level callouts, be communicative, and just overall compete. But when I play with new players that I don't know in ranked, despite what people might think about streamers and content creators in general, I'm typically a very introverted person. Now, he did give me some compliments on being able to showcase and provide the basics, which I appreciate, but then he slid in this comment at the end.
he's pretty shit at everything else. Like, regarding the game, obviously. I'm talking about the game only.
So let me break it down. How can I be shit at the game and have no skill when for the very first season of the game, I played the worst character in the game, which is well known and admitted by him and the people making comments like these, using the inferior input, that being controller, and not having any aim assist, like at all, for a majority of that season. And even when they did finally add it, it wasn't even aim assist, it was only a slowdown over the target. And on top of all of that, I solo queue. If I did all of that and still hit Punk Master, I have to have some sort of skill. There's no way somebody as unlucky as me, and you can watch some of the clips, that I would get carried enough times consistently by randoms to make it that far. And before you even call out the ranked protection, I've made a video on this before, showcasing how much I was gaining versus how much I was losing, and I was never stacking rank protection points by playing standard like some of your top ranked players were doing to abuse the system. I was just playing ranked every day, raw dogging it, which also meant I wasn't getting the daily 20 extra points for winning 3 times with a squad. But coming from top ranks in games like Siege and Apex, I do have a lot of game knowledge. I think I've proven that time and time again. I have pretty good game sense. Am I the best? Absolutely not. Have I ever claimed to be the best? Sure haven't. Is my aim questionable at times? Yes. Yes, it very much is. So then one final comment was made in his chat that sparked this response.
He's not the one who you should ask like the questions regarding the rank. Like anything like news, like gifts, free gifts or anything like this. Yeah, this guy is a perfect choice.
That comment in question was that I thought the ranked system was fine. I never once said that the ranked system was fine. So whoever misquoted me, please get your shit straight. What I actually said was the rank protection system wasn't a terrible idea, considering that a large chunk of the game's player base are casual gamers who could easily get discouraged if they keep dropping ranks. And at the time, the game was dropping players left and right, and we needed to retain all the players that we could. I've admitted flaws with the system, including how much rank protection there is, and how odd it is to have so many lower win rate players being in Punkmaster. Now, some clarification on those 2 things. If you are a top ranked player and you say someone shouldn't have an opinion or is qualified to give advice because they're not a top ranked player, or you think they're not good, that's what we call an argument from authority and has no grounds in any debate or any logical discussion, really. I've never flown a helicopter before, don't have a pilot's license, but if I looked up and saw a helicopter stuck in a tree on fire, I think I can confidently say, dude fucked up. My feedback on ranked in the past has been as such. You can't make drastic changes to the rank system all at once. Things like that need to be tested in pieces. We can't just remove the protection entirely, and you can't just change the whole system overnight. And they're doing exactly what I told them that they should do. Those extra points that you get instead of being daily are now weekly for winning with a squad and winning 3 ranked matches per week, not per day. Protection points no longer are able to be used in Punkmaster rank. And as a result of those 2 things, we are now seeing less and less of those people below a 50% win rate in the top 100. Even spanning all the way down to the top 1,000 players right now, they're very few and far between. Now, about those players with less than a 50% win rate, I've explained on stream numerous times how this is possible to achieve, even without rank protection points at all. Would it have to be an extreme case in most circumstances? Yes, but it is still possible. Even in established games with much higher player counts like Siege and Valorant, you have higher ranked players who have achieved the highest rank, meaning Immortal or whatever the hell Valorant is, or Champion, Diamond in Siege, that have well below a 50% win rate. It happens all the time. It's not something that is just isolated to this game. The problem is, it's very magnified in this game because of the low player count, and all of these players with lower win rates end up showing up on the top 1,000 because they're getting to Punkmaster. Now, you could say that that's an argument for maybe it's too easy to get to Punkmaster, which that was another comment that was made, another comment that I've made fun of time and time again, that all you have to do is just play enough hours and you'll hit Punkmaster. That's just not true. It's not true. You can't show me evidence of this. I can show you tons of players who have 100, 200, now 300 hours in the game who have never hit Punkmaster. Why is that happening? Well, because some players just cap out at a certain rank. That's what rank is. Not everybody should get Punkmaster. Do I think Punkmaster should be a little harder to obtain even now? Yes, I do. And I think some more changes with the rank protection system and how often you can earn those points and how many points you can earn will continue to fix issues like that. But again, we can't just delete the whole protection system overnight. These new rank protection cards that they've been throwing in that you get every weekend from these events are a step in the right direction. Now we could start to phase out the rank protection points. But all in all, I just want to say that maybe, just maybe, I'm the perfect person to listen to when it comes to game skill and ranked feedback. I have a pretty extensive background as a competitive ranked player in other games. I have a lot of knowledge in plenty of related fields, including cheating and how to spot it, which, by the way, I just put out a video earlier today going over just that, so you should go check that out if you haven't seen it already. So you can listen to someone like me, who is an advocate for a majority of the players and the health of the game overall, or you can listen to the top ranked players, the people who only care about the comp scene and the top 5% of players and themselves, and the only thing they're worried about is how much money the next prize pool is. The same players who have 17, 18 different alt accounts, who gatekeep the higher ranks, gatekeep the leaderboards, and who are now getting banned on those accounts for being too good. The choice is yours, but when it comes to speaking on things regarding me personally, as far as game skill and game knowledge that are blatantly false, with all due respect, maybe think twice and do your research and shut the fuck up.